My next guest up tonight is one of the nicest guys in the business. We know him all from his recurring role on The Sopranos as Burt Gervasi. He's a dear friend of mine, so let's give it up for the one and only actor, Artie Pasquale. My man.
Johnny P.
In the flesh.
I made it to the Johnny P show. You got a new rug for me and everything. Really nice. This is good.
Yeah, we're going to roll you in that thing.
We got plants. Look at this. We got plants. We got everything going. Do you water these things?
They're fake.
Oh, they're fake? Oh,
they're fake like me.
No, you're the real deal. Let me tell you. I mean that sincerely.
I know, you are. You're one of my biggest, you're like consigliere.
I was waiting to come on. I took a nice nap. It was good.
Good. Yeah, we had a couple of technical difficulties tonight, but
it's always a pleasure.
Thank you. So listen, Artie, it's been a while since you've been here, but I see you all the time. We always see each other.
Yeah. We seem to be in the right places at the right time, or maybe the wrong places.
Yeah, that too. I was robbing a safe, and all of a sudden I see Artie with his guys behind me. I'm like, Artie, what are you doing here?
No, that wasn't me. I maybe sent you there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, you're right. Now, me and Artie run into each other like Eddie Testa, right? And Bob Poland. And
these are rock and roll bands that we both seem to follow.
Yeah, it's all the same circle. But last time you were here was actually, it's hard to even say because you were here a lot before. It was September 24th, 2015.
Really?
And that's 7 years ago.
It was the same set, too, I think.
No, different chairs. Everything was different. Same studio.
No.
Actually.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Well, you know, COVID took place.
Yeah, that's what killed us.
And a lot of things have happened, you know, since. As a matter of fact, speaking of The Sopranos, if you don't mind me just.
No, good.
It's like a rejuvenated. One good thing, if something came out of COVID, besides everybody's getting a dog now, I think. I don't know. During COVID, there were so many depressed people. But a lot of people watching The Sopranos again.
Yes.
You know, and young people that weren't allowed to watch it were old enough to watch it. And some people who just came on board, so it got rejuvenated, you know.
Yes.
Really, it's even now, you know, it's being played all over.
It's great. I mean, I can't get enough of The Sopranos. It's going to go down in history.
Yeah, I was lucky. I was very lucky. A lot of other people didn't have the opportunity, and it's helped me a lot since then.
And you had the pleasure of working with James Gandolfini and knowing James.
Yeah, wonderful guy, wonderful guy. You know, I was a minor player, but he always concerned about my family, you know, how the kids doing. My grandkids. Yeah, great guy.
Now, while we're on the topic of The Sopranos, as time went on, years later, you were involved with the Soprano Con, correct?
Yeah.
How was it for you? You had a good time?
It was great. I don't know if any of your audience went there. Soprano Con was.
Yeah.
It was tremendous. It was, I don't even know how many, a few
There
years ago.
was almost 30,000 people there.
I mean, there were people that came, you know, I was signing pictures, and somebody came up to me and I said, thank you very much for asking to sign a picture. Where are you from? He goes, the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Another guy comes up, he says he was from another country, foreign countries.
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, I was walking down Mulberry Street, a guy tapped me on the shoulder, and I was startled, you know, turn around, who is this guy? And in a Norwegian accent, I can't do a Norwegian accent. It always comes out like I'm Hispanic or something. But he says, "You're Burt Gervasi. Silvio strangled you, huh?" The guy was from Norway. Yeah. So it's unbelievable. I mean, people ask me even recently, "How's Spencer doing?" Now, does anybody here know who Spencer was? No. Spencer was the dog I had on The Sopranos. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Well, Sopranos is like a show, like every face is recognizable.
Yeah. Well, recognizable in a sense where that was, besides the writing, you never had any pretty faces on The Sopranos, like George Clooney type of that. They were like regular-looking guys that you bump into every day.
Yeah.
And they were able to meld us together, and the rest is history, you know.
I mean, the ensemble of characters on there was great.
Oh, yeah. There were probably 10 other guys that could be just like them, you know. They were all over the place. But they were good actors, you know.
They were great.
They were good actors.
They were all characters in their own right, but they were great actors. Now listen, Artie, since you've been here, you've been doing a lot of stuff. So we're going to play a little bit of a catch-up, even though some of the stuff might be a couple of years old, for people that doesn't know. So talk about some of the stuff. I know one of them that brings me to mind before you could take over, you know more what you did, is The Brooklyn Banker.
Yeah, that was a good film. That was a pretty good film. Matter of fact, it was directed by Federico Castelluccio, who played Furio on The Sopranos, you know, the fellow with the ponytail.
Yeah.
He was directed by him, and Paul Sorvino, God rest his soul, he was in it.
John Bianco.
John Bianco, Arthur Nascarella.
That was a great show.
And as a matter of fact, the lead in that film, most people don't know, was Jane Fonda's son, Troy Garrity, his name was. And David Preval, who I'd become very friendly with.
David's great.
Tremendous actor, great actor. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good film. Yeah, it's around. It's around.
So you got a bunch of stuff here. I got the list over here. I mean, you know better in order. I want to know about Family Feuds. I want to see that.
Yeah, that's kind of a wackadoo movie.
That's what a lot of our friends are in that, right?
Yeah, I mean, a million guys have cameos. It's about a bunch of mobsters. They go up they're trying to put a body up in the hills of New England, you know, bury a body. They bump into these hillbillies, and there's this confrontation between the hillbillies and the gangster type guys. You know, it's funny, but you know, it was good. It was good.
What else you got here? You got a lot of stuff. Camp Joy, Eric Roberts, Al Sapienza.
Yeah, that's when I did that up in Saranac Lake, way up in. I had never been up to upstate New York, that far up. It's like a few miles from Canada. In the last few years, I've done probably, you know, five or six independent films. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not Academy Award winners, you know, but it's a pleasure being asked to do them. You do it, and you hope that it's a good production, and you go from there, you know.
Now, what I want to know is current now. It's going to be coming out very soon. Is Mob King.
Mob King's getting a lot of publicity. We shot that in Florida. A lot of good actors in that. It's going to be, I think it's May 26th. I think it hits there's a premiere, I think, in New York and California, in Florida.
I know when I talked to Ciro, he's saying something is going to be going on demand eventually.
Yeah, he's got it going all over the place. Initially, I was apprehensive about it, you know, didn't know too much about it. And then once I got into it and learned about the people that were involved in it and putting it together, it became a really good production, you know, very good.
Well,
yeah.
you know what? I got a surprise for you. I actually got the trailer here of Mob King.
Oh, you do?
You want to see it? You guys want to see it? Yeah. All right, Kenny, roll Mob King.
We made an oath. You know what that means.
Salute.
All those years away from his family. For what? So that when we need real protection, it's all blank stares?
All we got right now is us.
Do you really think he's gonna keep looking for you after this?
The old Dons would never let a violation like this go unpunished.
There's been some serious mishaps leading to bad business.
But I want you to find him. I gotta do what I gotta do. And you gotta do what you gotta do.
You want to be a better husband? You want to be a better father? Then you get them back to life that you and Mia worked so hard for.
We live by it. We work by it. And not anything or anyone can break it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful, you know.
Who's the writer and the director? Ciro?
Ciro and a couple of other guys, and directed by this fellow named Yokes. I thought it was well done, you know.
And you guys had to go to Florida to do that, right?
Yeah, which is nice. You know, we had a little downtime, but it's going to be a pretty good film, I think, you know.
Well,
I also want to give a shout out before I forget.
Do whatever you want.
I got some friends here. I'm doing this web series called Gavon's Produce.
I heard
and
about
Chris and Silvana, they're here. If you ever want to go on YouTube, check out Gavon's Produce. It's a fun thing. Check it out.
All right, so Artie, what else?
We got Ana Ziono, she's here. She's an actress from Brazil.
Anything that you're not telling us? Anything
Well,
good?
hopefully I'm going to be around for a few
You're gonna be here a long
10
time.
years and maybe for a few years. You know, at this stage, I worry about my health. You know, that's most important, and my kids and my grandkids. But if you're healthy, you know.
They say a rich man is a healthy man, right?
That's true. But I've been lucky. I've been a lucky guy, and once again, the Sopranos helped me. And I go to a number of events for the Sopranos.
That's what I was going to ask you too before we
And,
go. With these Soprano events, you got all the fellas that go. Danny Grimaldi, all these guys talk about that.
Yeah, Danny Grimaldi's a close friend. I
Danny.
see a lot of the guys, you know, Tony Darrow and Vinny Pastore and those guys, and a lot of these events are fundraising events. So, and I have no problem with that. You know, I don't want any money or anything like that. I consider myself lucky. People ask me, I just politely say thank you very much. If you need me, I'll be there. You know, some guys, you know, they prefer to be wanting to be paid. Maybe some. I don't really. You know, like I'm getting big bucks for this show.
Yeah, listen, you know the deal.
I can't tell these people when I'm getting paid for this one.
You get IOU.
All I know is I took advantage of the ziti and the chicken.
There's Tupperwares
I took
out
a couple
there too.
extra rolls though. I hope nobody's keeping tabs on me.
You got Tupperwares out there. You can take a couple of dishes home with you. So if anyone want to find you on social media, Artie, where can they get you?
Well, I'm trying to get rid of a few people, to be honest with you. You know, I'm on Facebook, okay? I'm not even on Instagram. You know, I was originally, but
Instagram
too
is
much,
good.
but too much information for too many people that you probably don't even want to, you know, have your personal life involved with. But
Instagram's a little more low key, believe it or not, than Facebook because you're only putting up a picture. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know what I do on Facebook? I get like, I don't know, 5,000 friends or whatever. But if you ask me to be a friend, I'll check who you're friendly with.
Yeah.
And if most of the people are pretty nice, you know, I say, yeah, Johnny's a good guy, so I'll accept. But then it causes another problem because they want to respond, go back and forth. Hey, it's
a
good.
different world for you with this stuff. Believe me, we got adapted into it. But I mean, if I had my choice, I like the old days better.
Well, the old days are good for some things, and
yeah,
you know, the phone, you can't do much unless you have a phone now, and it's you can't do anything wrong. That's for sure. There's always somebody watching you. You know,
everybody's watching you.
You can do a movie, but it's always a pleasure being here. He's a great guy. He's one of the real guys. You know, there's a lot of BS in this business.
Thank you, Artie.
Yeah.
Artie always comes to my defense. I mean, and more of the actors and the entertainers should be more like Artie, humble, just grateful to be here, and he doesn't like the drama. So everybody, Artie Pasquale. Yeah. All right.
You know, one thing you don't know about Johnny Potenza is maybe the biggest Kiss, you know the group Kiss fan in the country.
I don't say that. Everyone says that.
Well, tell the truth. I went downstairs in his basement in his house. There was Kiss all over the place. Kiss, 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 Kiss. I thought I was in the wrong place. But he's an avid Kiss fan, and he's a good drummer as well.
Thank you, sir.
Well, he tells me he's a good drummer.
Put it this way, there's millions of Kiss fans. I got a lot of stuff, but I don't got a lot of stuff like what real people have. But I've been collecting it since I'm a kid, that's why. So it's all in my office and stuff. But there's a lot more crazy Kiss fans than me.
I don't know about that.
There are. Kiss is, yeah, a lot of cool stuff. So, all right, everybody. Artie Pasquale.
Thank you. Thank you very much.